Aloha! This is lesson 249 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Forgiveness ends all suffering and loss. Forgiveness paints a picture of a world where suffering is over. Loss becomes impossible, and anger makes no sense. Attack is gone, and madness has an end. What suffering is now conceivable? What loss can be sustained? The world becomes a place of joy, abundance, charity, and endless giving. It is now so like to heaven that it quickly is transformed into the light that it reflects. And so the journey which the Son of God began has ended in the light from which he came. Father, we would return our minds to you. We have betrayed them, held them in a vice of bitterness, and frightened them with thoughts of violence and death. Now would we rest again in you, as you created us. And that concludes the lesson. So forgiveness is like a gentle brush, like a paintbrush that paints over the nightmare. It doesn't fight against the dream of suffering. It just shows that nothing really happened to us. Nothing happened to the Son of God. Where we thought there was a possibility of loss, or we thought we lost something, we see abundance extending endlessly. Where once pain seemed like it was real, peace stands in its place. The constant peace that's like the undercurrent of all things perceived. What is forgiveness anyways, but just remembering I cannot be harmed, nor can I do harm. That's what it is. It doesn't argue with the images, anger, attack, insanity. It just looks past them to a vision, a soft Christ vision. True sight that no hurt can survive this light. Imagine for just a moment that you see a world that looks so much like heaven. That the border between the two worlds becomes transparent. And you know, this could occur on a battlefield in the middle of a war. Because it's not there. That's the reason. If God did not create it, it does not exist. A world where giving is just natural because there's no fear of lack. There's no longer a fear of lack. See, it's the fear that makes these images that look like a nightmare. Imagine a life where laughter is there instead of grievances. You're laughing at the apparent grievance. It doesn't make any sense. One of my friends yesterday told me she sees me in her mind all the time laughing at her. Not in a mean way. Not in a way that makes her feel bad. But in a way that reminds her to laugh at the thoughts. And even to gently and kindly laugh at herself for believing them. This is how brotherhood replaces blame. It's a picture of forgiveness being offered to the dreaming mind. You know, I'm offering this all the time, and you can join me. We join in the mind. You don't even have to know me. You don't have to know me as an individual. You need to know me as Hope. Right? We already know each other for sure. This picture isn't something you earn. something you just accept without any effort. It dawns on your mind when you get tired of fighting the shadows. I like to picture myself as fighting against shadows whenever there's anger or any other upset feeling. It's like I'm fighting shadows. There's nothing there. And that allows me to get rest. I rest in the truth. Forgiveness is what I thought happened didn't happen. What I think I see is not there unless I'm seeing perfect love. It ends suffering because it shows the impossibility of what suffering claimed was true. Right? That loss is real. Innocence can be stained. The idea that we could ever leave the love that cradles us in perfect safety. In this rest, the mind returns to the source. It becomes soft, open, willing, remembering its innocence. It feels so good. Why not stay there? And when you find yourself away from that place, come on back. This is where I stay. Sometimes I have a moment where missing or sorrow arises, but I could tell by how that feels that I don't want any part of that. It doesn't make any sense. I meet it with laughter. It says in another place in A Course in Miracles, it's like we forgot to laugh. We believed a tiny mad idea and forgot to laugh. We didn't laugh at it. All the betrayal that we laid on ourselves through bitter thoughts, it dissolves right here. All fear, all death, all stories of violence. This stuff could be laughed at. It isn't true. No one's dying. Let it melt in the warmth of this remembrance. We are as love created us. We are safe because we're love itself. Sit with this today. Forgiveness ends all suffering and loss. Let this forgiveness sweep your thoughts clean, just like a breeze clearing a dusty room. So gentle, letting the light in. Let your mind rest again and again where it never left, in God. Twice today, every hour, and whenever it seems like suffering or loss are real to you. Forgiveness ends all suffering and loss. Yeah. Have a beautiful remembrance. I love you.